Hey everybody, so excited to have you here tonight for another Mondays with MMT Facebook Live event. I'm excited to be here and talk about one of my favorite things, Disney Cruise Line. Just a little bit about me so you know who I am. My name is Jenny Bond and I am an agent with Marvelous Mouse Travels. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary with Marvelous Mouse Travels, and it's been really fun and I've enjoyed it a lot. And I've been really excited to be here with you the last few Monday nights to do a live event. So thank you for joining me. If you are interested in connecting with me at some point for questions that I didn't cover in this live event, or for a cruise quote or another travel quote, my information's right here. Facebook, right there, facebook.com/Jenny MM Travels, Instagram.com/Jenny MM Travels, and then my email, jenny.bond@marvelousmousetravels. So I'd love to hear from you if you have any questions or want to quote. Love to work with you. So that's a little bit about me. Now tonight, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing tonight. So we're going to be chatting about Castaway Cay, Disney's private island in the Bahamas. Have any of you guys been there? Comment if you've been there. Comment if you have a cruise planned. If you're dreaming and waiting and saving up for a trip to Castaway Cay on one of the cruise ships, I'd love to hear about it. So we're going to cover a little bit about what is at Castaway Cay, what's included, the different areas of Castaway Cay, different features, things that are included in the cost, and at the end, I will cover some of my personal tips as well as answer your questions and then end with a little giveaway. So if you have any questions come up, go ahead and comment and ask your questions, and I will get to those at the end. So, but I'm excited to have you here. Let's see who we have right now. Megan, Jennifer, yay. So glad you're here. So we'll go ahead and get started here. So Castaway Cay, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the facts. It is a beautiful island, private island in the Bahamas, 3 miles long, about 1,000 acres. So it's not small. I mean, it is small compared to large masses of land, but if you compare it to a Disney destination, it's a pretty good size, and there's a lot there, so it's so fun. It ends up being one of Disney Cruise Line's customers' favorite port destinations in the Caribbean or in the Bahamas. So it's a favorite time and time again. If you go there, it will probably be one of your favorites. And one of the reasons is, well, some of the reasons are, it's really easy. You just get off, Disney takes care of you because you have that Disney level of service. You also have a lot of inclusions, so you can get off and not spend a dime of your own money beyond what you've already spent on the cruise. Or you can add some different packages and things to make your experience a little bit more enhanced. But you cannot spend a dime beyond what you've already spent at Castaway Cay. Also, it's clean, it's safe. There aren't other people there beyond the people that are on your cruise ship. So you don't have to worry about being extra crowded. You don't have to worry about strange people coming off the beach and trying to sell you things, which sometimes happens in some of those beach destinations, right? It's just easy and it's relaxing, but there's lots of activities there. If you want activities to do, there's plenty to do there. So those are some of the reasons. There are a whole bunch more, and we'll get into some more details. It's awesome because you get there to Castaway Cay, and you can just walk right off the ship. There's no tendering involved, and your vacation on Castaway Cay begins right there. So you step off, and then I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going to show you a map here. This is Castaway Cay. If you are not familiar with it yet, there's a little overview. You can see the ship parked right there, docked right there, and like I said, you get right off there, and then you can walk over, or there's a tram to all these different areas of the island. And you can see there's some kind of farther away over to the left side of that screen, and there's a lot of activities there closer to the ship. But you can see it's also very protected. And so you feel very safe. And the water is calm, beautiful, white sand beaches, turquoise waters. It's just a beautiful, beautiful destination. So all the Bahamas cruises and Caribbean cruises that I'm aware of stop at Castaway Cay at least one time. There are some that stop 2 times. And do you think people are mad about that? Nope, they love it. So, so if you book a Bahamas or Caribbean cruise, you should get to stop at Castaway Cay. So like I said, you get off the boat, and right there, you can already start to see Disney's touch. There are hidden things throughout the island that are just extra special touches, maybe little reminders of characters or little extra photo opportunities. And those start right as soon as you get off the boat. Let's see. Sorry, I need to refer to my notes because I forget things. I want to make sure that I'm letting you know everything. Okay, it's great because you can use your key card. You don't have to bring any cash with you. You can just use your key card to pay for everything. That makes it really easy, right? If you didn't want to take anything off the boat, you really wouldn't have to, because they provide towels. They provide everything you need. You can even buy sunscreen. But I still like to take a bag and have some essentials in there, sunglasses, my phone so I can take some pictures, some things like that. But really, your key card is really all you need. So it's fantastic because they really have streamlined it and made it really easy for you. So that is fantastic. Okay, so right off the boat, hidden photo opportunities. There is a post office right there, and you can mail things from there, and they have their own cancellation stamp. So that's something really fun that you can plan for. Also, there's a tram. So if you don't want to walk, you can use the tram, and it will take you to multiple stops on the island. Now, if you walk, you'll find more of those photo opportunities. So I really like to walk and take in a lot of those things. But if you're somebody who doesn't want to walk or has trouble walking, that service is provided for you. Also in that same area, there are complimentary wheelchairs and complimentary strollers, including joggers. So if you want to transport your little one, or you have somebody who has trouble walking and doesn't want to take the tram, you can use one of those wheelchairs. And they have wheels that are especially for sand, so you can push those through across the beach without a problem. Whereas if you brought your other stroller, it wouldn't really work very well in the sand, and it would gunk up the wheel and make it difficult to use ever again. So it's great that they provide those. So those are right off the boat. You can do that. There's also, right soon after you get off the boat, there's a place called Marge's Barges. And that is the place to go if you have booked an excursion where you are taking a boat, where you're renting jet skis, something like that, parasailing, fishing, those kinds of things, and they'll take care of you right there before you walk any farther. Let's see. Also, just beyond that, there is a place that you can do the Stingray Encounter, and it is great. We've done it before with our family, and again, it's a very safe area, and they have it in kind of like a little netted off area. It's still fairly large. But they give you some instruction. I believe it's 6 and up that can do the Stingray Encounter. And it's really fun. They help you learn a little bit about snorkeling. And it's very safe and very easy. You get to pet the stingrays and swim with them. And it's really fun. So that's right there too. Now, when you go a little farther, you'll hit another area of Castaway Cay, because it's kind of divided into these different areas that you may have seen on the map. And that next area is the Family Beach. And the Family Beach is divided into 2 coves. The first cove is where most people stop, and it's usually the busiest. It's the closest to the boat, so a lot of people get there and they're ready to just set up and relax. And that area has the Snorkel Lagoon. It's right across from Scuttles Cove, which is the kids area, the kids club. And they have a barbecue area there. They've got, let's see, I said the Snorkel Lagoon. And the Snorkel Lagoon is really fun if you haven't done it before. They have lots of different hidden Mickeys and characters underwater. And you have to swim out a ways, to the snorkeling area, but they have all these different hidden fun treasures to look for, in addition to sea creatures. And we've seen sea turtles there, we've seen fish, of course, we've seen eels. So there are sea life out there to see. And so you can see a little bit of both, all those hidden Mickey Disney treasures and the sea life. So snorkeling is one of our favorite things. They do require you to wear a life vest, and life vests are complimentary there, so you don't have to worry about that. You can just go get one, and it's really easy. But they are required if you're going to snorkel. Okay, let me check my notes again. All right, Skulls Cove. Okay, they also have games. So if you want to play some games, get out of the shade, they have an area that has basketball and ping pong and some other games that you can go and play a little bit away from the beach. So that's really fun. I mentioned the barbecue, and we'll get back to that again later. There are characters along the island. So when you get off the boat, starting right there, you might start seeing characters right as you get off the boat. There are a lot of the classic characters, Mickey, Goofy, Pluto, some of those characters. You might find Olaf, because he loves summer, right? And sun. So you might find Olaf. You might find Captain Hook and Smee. Those are some of the characters there. Great photo opportunities. And Disney does have their own photographers. You can use your camera, no problem. And they're happy to let you do that. But they also have their photographers from the ship that get off, and they're at Castaway Cay taking pictures too. So if one of them takes your picture, you can look for that picture when you get back on the ship in I can't remember the name, the photo area. So you can look for those there, and you can purchase those. But you can also just use your own camera too if you'd like. But sometimes they capture some really good pictures, and it's hard to hold back. So if you are a person that loves to get those pictures, then it's great to get the photo package, so you just don't have to worry about it, and you just know that you'll be getting those photos. Okay, there are shops too. They have shops that have essentials. They have your sunscreen if you forgot that. You can even buy a swimsuit. You can buy flip-flops. I know there have been times when somebody in my family forgets something, or something gets destroyed somehow, and we're in that situation where we need to buy something last minute, and they have those things there. In addition to, this is what I always love, the Castaway Cay merchandise. I always am looking for the Castaway Cay pin, because you can't buy it anywhere else. And they have t-shirts and other fun things there. So if you are looking for a souvenir that's just found there, you can get in the shops there. So that's great. Okay, so coming around there, that's the first part of the family beach. Now, if you come around again, there's another little cove that is still part of the family beach, and it has some other things. It has Pelican's Plunge, which is really fun. It is a floating water park, and they have a couple water slides, water cannons, different things to climb on and play on. But you have to swim out to it. So, and the water's pretty deep, so you can't just swim out and walk out there. You do have to swim all the way out and climb up. So if you have little kids that you're concerned won't be able to do that, then maybe don't try that. But it's fun for adults too. And my teenagers absolutely love it. So that's something to plan on. And you can, in the second cove area, there are plenty of chairs and umbrellas too, just like in the first area. So you can choose what area of the family beach you want to be on. This area is sometimes less crowded because people stop at that first area. So you can do that. They have more shopping. And the second cove area has more of the Bahamas local crafts. So if you're looking for something that's more maybe a craft item that's maybe locally made, then you can find that there. They also have hair braiding, which requires a little bit of time. So if you want to do the hair braiding, just think about that. That is going to be a bit of time. They have another barbecue location there. They also have the teen beach, which and a teen area called Hideout, which my kids like because it's more exclusive. They get to go over there. They have things like volleyball, soccer, different sports that the teens can do. And adults can go and participate in those sports areas too on the beach, but they do have like a teen section. Another cool thing is that if the teens want to go and spend time just all day with their friends, they have teen excursions that you can sign up for. And they stay with that group the whole day doing whatever excursion that is. So if they go on a boat ride, if they go do the Stingray Encounter, they do it as a group if they've signed up for that teen excursion. But that is something that can be really fun too, especially if they love meeting new friends on the cruise. My kids always come away with several friends that they continue staying in touch with for quite a while, and they just love that. So it's definitely something to think about if your teen likes to do that too. Okay, in that area they also have Olaf's Summertime Freeze, which is frozen drinks, and they're delicious, non-alcoholic. And then they have a bike rental area, and you can take the bike and explore around the island. They have a really fun bike path, and we've done that, and that's really fun. So they have bike rentals, and they have all sizes of bikes. It's not just adult bikes. They have all sizes of bikes. They have a splash pad that might be of interest to the little ones. Oh, Jennifer, you said your next cruise has 2 stops at Castaway Cay. Lucky you. I'm so excited for you. That's so great. Okay. And this area also has the coveted cabanas. They are at the far end of the beach. And the cabanas are private. You can have up to 6 people in a cabana. They go really fast though. So even members of the Castaway Club have trouble getting them. But it's nice because it's private. It's tucked back. It's a little bit, secluded. You've got a covered deck. You've got chairs, lounge chases, a dining table, a refrigerator for keeping your drinks cold. And actually, they do include non-alcoholic drinks with your cabana. There's an outdoor shower, which would be so great, right? Oh, I would love that there. And I'm trying to think of what else. You can add things onto the cabana if you want extras add on. They have little packages that you can add things onto your cabana experience, so you can do that too. Okay, so that's the family beach area. Then they have Serenity Bay. And Serenity Bay is the 18 and older adults only beach. And it is awesome. If you're looking for somewhere to relax, enjoy some quiet time, a little romance, this is the place to do it. And you can leave your kids back at Skells Cove if you want to, and then go to Serenity Bay. They also have the massage cabanas there, and on our last trip we did a couples massage in one of them, and it was fantastic. You could just hear the waves crashing, and it was just really serene and just a wonderful experience. So very relaxing. We ended our day at Castaway Cay with that, so that then we could just go back and shower. But I don't know which way is better. Have you guys done the massages on Castaway Cay? What have you liked? If you have you preferred to do it in the morning to start your day that way, during the middle of the day, or at the end? I'd love to hear what you would prefer. They also have another barbecue location there, so you don't have to go back to eat. If you want to spend the whole day at Serenity Bay, you can just eat there. And the cool thing is that sometimes they have upgraded foods at the barbecue there. They're mostly the same, but they have had ribeye, some other things there, so that they haven't had at the other locations. They have a bar there. They have bars at the other areas too, but they also have a bar at Serenity Bay. And let's see, hammocks, all those things. They have more cabanas there. And they won't even let kids on the tram. When they continue from the family beach and they're going to Serenity Bay, they won't even let the kids on the tram. At least when I've been there, they haven't let the kids on the tram when they're going to stop there. So you can walk there too. It's a little bit farther walk because it is, pretty separated from the family beach areas, but you can walk there. But the tram, we've used the tram before just because it's been nice to just ride the tram and add that to our relaxation experience. Okay, what's included when you go to Castaway Cay? Your beach chairs, umbrellas, there's hammocks there. So all those things, there's a whole bunch of them set out, and they are all included. So you don't have to worry about paying for a beach chair. I know I've been to some beaches where you have to pay for an umbrella or something, and it's all there. It's all included. Your meals at the barbecue are included, and they have a fantastic spread of food. All you can eat soft serve ice cream, fountain drinks included. The kids club is included, which again is fantastic. They have the same counselors there. You know, they get off the ship and they continue the kids club at Castaway Cay. And they're fantastic counselors. They have activities for the kids. They'll even feed them if you want. So that's included. The teens' activities are included, except if they're the extra excursions. Those are not included. The character meet and greets are included. Games and sports. Also, this is a favorite of my husband. He does this every time. The Run Disney 5K. And a lot of races you have to pay for. This one is included. If you are a runner or travel with somebody that's a runner or a walker, you can just walk. The 5K is included. And usually you get off and you're some of the first ones off the boat, and you get to do that 5K with nobody else, you know, on the beach. And it takes you around the island, the same places that you go if you're doing the bike rental. And then you get to end with a medal. And that's kind of fun. So we have a couple of those, and they're fantastic. And so that's a great souvenir that you can get for free if you want to participate in the 5K. Like I said, you can walk or you can run, whatever you prefer. But that's kind of a fun thing to say you've done. And they do sell, in addition to the complimentary medal, they do sell t-shirts for the 5K and pins for the 5K. So if you want to add those to your collection of souvenirs, you can do that too. Some things that you have to pay for if you want to include these in your trip to Castaway Cay, water sport rentals. So they have paddle boards, they've got kayaks, snorkel gear. All those things are extra that you have to pay for to rent those. And then excursions. They have a lot of different excursions. They've got things from fishing to boating, snorkel excursions. Parasailing, we did that on our last trip, and it was so fun, so relaxing. It was my first time, and it was a lot more relaxing than I expected. Have you guys parasailed before? It was so fun. I absolutely loved it. So I definitely do that again. So they have parasailing excursions. They have packages that are like several different things together, like rental items packaged together to save a little bit of money. They have the snorkel with the stingrays that I mentioned before, which is considered an excursion. Tons of different things. So if you want to add that to your experience, they do a fantastic job, and it's Disney, so they have great service. I highly recommend it. Another thing, specialty drinks and alcohol. So if you want some of those drinks, those are additional. But so many things are already included that it just makes it fantastic. I love it. Just love it. Okay, dining. Let's talk about dining. So I mentioned that there's a barbecue, Cookies Barbecue, and there's 3 different places that you can get that barbecue. And they have all sorts of things. Barbecue chicken, ribs, burgers, hot dogs, sides like fruit, potato salad, green salad, all sorts of stuff. It's really good. I really, really loved it. And you're so full because the food's good, but it's just fantastic. And then I can't help it, even though I'm full, I can't help it but get some of that soft serve ice cream too. So you have locations that you can help yourself to as much soft serve as you want, just like on the ship. And again, the fountain drinks, again, all you can drink, fountain drinks, just like on the ship. So that's great. And then dining, they have several different bars, and they have the frozen drink station. That's the Olaf one. That is delicious. So highly recommend that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go with a few of my own tips. So here you go. 1, get there early in the morning, get off the ship. You want to take advantage of your time at Castaway Cay, and it will go by quickly. So get off the ship early, find a great spot, decide ahead of time kind of which of those spots you want to set up at. Do you want to be in that first spot where the snorkel lagoon is with your kids? Do you want to be in the second area with Pelican Plunge? And you can go around the island wherever you want. So this doesn't prohibit you from going to any of those areas, but kind of decide ahead of time where you want to be so you're not deciding right then. Get there early, find a good spot. There are lots of chairs, lots of umbrellas. Some people say they run out. I haven't had that experience. Have you guys, if you've been before? I've seen plenty of chairs. The key is that I usually want one with extra shade. I like to be kind of underneath some of the palm trees in addition to having an umbrella. So I like to look for one of those spots. So we get there early and we try to find one of those spots, plus just start enjoying the island, right? Okay, another one. You can use your free postcards from your room. So in your room, they always give you like the little stationery. They give you a couple postcards and they're in the drawer at the desk. So grab your 2 postcards, take them with you. You can fill them out already if you want, and then get them postmarked and send them from the post office there at Castaway Cay. So that's a really easy way to have something to send because you already have it in your room. You just need to bring some cash with you because they don't take your key card at that post office. They take it, I think, everywhere else, but they don't take it at the post office. So if you bring like $1 per postcard, that should cover it. And then you'd have a fun souvenir. You could even send it to yourself. And you'd probably get home before it would get there. But you could send it to yourself and have that souvenir for yourself too. So you decide, but that's a fun way to send something from the post office. Okay, hair braiding. I mentioned they have hair braiding there along the family beach. So they also have hair braiding on the ship. I think that hair braiding takes a bit of time. It's a time commitment. And because you have so little time at Castaway Cay, I recommend getting your hair braided the day before. If you can find time, get your hair braided the day before Castaway Cay on the ship and use the time there to do that. Then when you go to Castaway Cay, your hair is already braided and you can enjoy the time there with your hair braided and not have to worry about sitting in the chair getting your hair braided during that time. So, and especially if you have kids who are interested in hair braiding, try to talk them into that because then you won't have to take the time at Castaway Cay to do that. There's another tip. Okay, one more. Oh, not one more. I have a few more for you. Okay, at 2 p.m., the cast members start to pack up and go back to the ship because they're the same people who work on the ship, a lot of them. The people who are doing the cooking, the people who are doing the kids club, they're the same people that are on the ship. So they have to go back and get ready to provide for you that night. So they start packing up around 2 p.m. And you'll see that it will start to kind of clear out in some of those areas. So one thing is remember to eat before 2 p.m. If you want to eat on Castaway Cay, do it before 2 p.m. because the food will disappear. So do that. And then at that point, you can decide. I have 2 different ideas on this, and it depends on what you want to do. One strategy is to go ahead, if you're tired, you feel like you need a nap, go ahead and leave around the same time that you see those cast members leaving around 2. You can go back, you can clean up, you can take a little nap and get ready for the evening. Sometimes the beach wipes me out. Maybe it does you too. So that might be one strategy that you might want to do. The other strategy is that after those staff members start to leave, the cast starts to leave, a lot of the people start to leave too, and the beach empties out, and there's not very many people there. They still have lifeguards, they still have essential cast members on the island, so it's not like you're abandoned there without any service, but you won't have like the food or many of the shops. Some of those things will start to close. But if you're there to just enjoy the beach at that point, it's a great time because everybody leaves and it's not very crowded. So you can wait until the last 30 minutes and then go back to the ship. They're not going to leave you there. Go back and be on time, but you don't have to leave at 2. Just beware of when they do want you back on the ship and make sure you're back by then. So those are 2 different strategies for when to go back to the ship, and you decide, what works best for you. Okay, one more thing. When you go to the ship and you're ready to get back on, it's nice because they have cooling towels to kind of clean you off a little bit. They've got a little fresh fruit water there just to kind of wash that, not really wash the beach away, but it kind of makes you feel a little bit like you're moving from the beach onto the ship. It's just kind of a transition, at least for me, to kind of cool off and then get back on the ship. And you need your key card to get back on. So make sure everybody takes their key cards with them when they get off. You'll want it for if you want to buy things anyway, and you'll need it to get back in your room. Take your key cards and then be prepared when you're getting back on. Have those key cards ready too. Okay, and one other tip that I have before we get into questions. If you are somebody that knows you want to do the Stingray excursion, and you know that you are going to be hanging around the beach most of the day, excuse me, I definitely recommend the Extreme Getaway Package. It has the Stingray Encounter, it has a 1-hour bike rental, it has snorkel gear, and you can also rent a tube. So, and you can do the tube rental and the snorkel gear all day. So it's not that much more than just the Stingray package, but you get those other things. And my kids love to just hang around in tube on the water. They love it. I love to snorkel, and most of us get out there and snorkel in my family. And then the bike is just kind of an extra. I probably wouldn't pay just for the bike rental myself, but since it's part of the package, I've done the bike rental and it's really fun, and I'm really glad that I did it. So that's one package that I definitely recommend if you're thinking about the Stingray excursion. Just go ahead and get the Extreme Getaway Package, and you'll have all those things tied together because you'll probably want some of them anyway. So that's my last tip for you. But I want to look through here and see your comments and questions. Make sure if you haven't asked your question yet to do so. Let's see here. Jennifer, you're from Oklahoma. Awesome. I have never been to Oklahoma. So sad. I need to get there. Okay. Your favorite place to be. Yay. And 2 stops. I bet you planned that, didn't you? 2 stops in Castaway Cay so that you could experience it. Brittany, welcome. So glad you're here. Make sure that if you want to be included in the giveaway that you have commented, because right now we just have Jennifer that's commented. So anybody else who wants to be included in the giveaway, make sure you have commented. Okay. But I don't see any other questions right now. Anybody else have any questions? Just gonna wait here for just a second. My last trip to Castaway Cay was in April, and I'm already wanting to go back again. It's just so relaxing and so enjoyable. Okay. Well, if there aren't any other questions, I will go ahead and do the giveaway after we finish this for an Amazon gift card. But there's just Jennifer who's commented, so she'll probably be the winner. But I would love to help you if you are watching this and you would like to, you'd like some help booking a Disney cruise or another vacation, Disney destinations, Universal, other cruises, Hawaii. I'd love to help you. And so my contact info is right here. I'd love you to follow me on Facebook if you're interested in more travel tips, more information about traveling with your family. I'd love to see you on there. And I will be back for another Facebook Live in September. And I will be doing Walt Disney World, all about magic bands. So I will keep you updated on that, and I'd love to see you here again. And I hope you have a fantastic night. Thanks.